Okay, so next question, 17. The following is an external style sheet which contains a number of mistakes. So here's a CSS style sheet that you're familiar with. You've done this. It says write down 5 mistakes which would prevent the style sheet from working properly, and for each give a correction. Okay, so now this isn't a matter of your opinion of I've done this and it worked. Okay, you need to look on this style sheet and you need to find the mistakes that could prevent it from working, that are not accurate. So first thing I would look out for personally is I would look out for any UK standard English spelling, because as it's a style sheet and it's computer programming language, it would be in American English. So that's the first thing I would look out for. The next thing I would look out for is basically things like spelling errors, and I would look out for any spaces that probably shouldn't be there, and I would look at consistency as well. So now look for this line by line. So for example, if we look in H1, we can see the color has got hashtag 0040. Now, you don't need to look at this scientifically and think, what colour is that supposed to be? It doesn't matter. What we're looking at here for is we're looking for, basically, if someone typed this up, we're looking at the typing errors. So, font family is Arial sans serif. I can already see a problem here, because sans serif is supposed to have the dash in the middle. Okay. Font size 18px. And a line, text align is center. That looks like it's spelt correctly. So now if I go on to the next line, I can already spot a mistake. Here I can see that there isn't a hashtag in front of the 0. Now you may have picked up on an error that I didn't pick up on in H1. You can see that colour here it's spelt, I'm going to highlight this, colour as in American English, and colour here is spelt in UK Standard English. There's a mistake. Okay, I'm not going to suggest ways it could be corrected, because you should be able to do that yourself now. I've pointed out the mistakes. Okay, I can see a mistake here. Like I said, there's no hashtag. Font size 15px. These look close together. Okay, so here is a mistake because there's a space in between. Now, please remember that this is a computer, okay? A computer doesn't, register. It can register spaces as symbols, so that could prevent it from working incorrectly, okay? Now, let's take a look at the rest. So basically, here I've got so far 1, 2, 3, 4 errors, okay? So we need to find one more error. Now let's go to, here it is. Okay, here's an error. Centre and centre are spelt differently here. Okay, this is UK Standard English, so that is incorrect. Right, so basically I've pointed out those errors basically on those first 2 lines. Obviously you're welcome to check the rest of the document. Okay, so if I've missed anything, or maybe I've pointed out something that's not an error but actually is. So there's one mistake, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so there is another error here. Now I would personally consider these fonts, I think, should be in speech marks, I believe, particularly Times New Roman. Now I think Arial and sans serif and serif fonts are more or less generic fonts, and I think Times New Roman is more of a specialist font in terms of that it may belong to Microsoft. So might be an idea really to put both of these really in speech marks, okay? Because if they don't have these fonts, then they'll revert over to the generic whatever sans serif font. If they don't have Times New Roman, it will revert over to any any serif font. Okay, so that is a possibility.